Yo, my people, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? It's hot today, man. So today I'm gonna give you lot a little story. Quite a pivotal point in my life. I feel like from this point onwards, my life kind of changed. You get me? When I look back on it now, like it's probably from around that point. Basically, when my house got raided, when my yard got licked off for drugs. So yeah, let's go back. November 2012. So yeah, I was going through quite a rough point at the time. Spoke about her before. One of my kids' mums. At the time we were seeing each other. We weren't really together, but we were seeing each other in it regularly. And then it was kind of breaking up. So she was at my house this night. We'd been arguing all night. Didn't sleep. I think it must have got to about 5 o'clock in the morning. And she was like, I want to go home. You get me? She was like, take me home, kind of thing. So now, so we've jumped up now. And I've said, cool, innit, whatever. Taking her home. On the way home, like, she lived in Walthamstow at the time. She had a place in Walthamstow at the time. So I was like, cool. Dropping her home now, arguing all the way home. Got outside her house now, and we're still arguing. We're sitting there arguing, not necessarily arguing, but talking, having heated conversation and whatnot. Not like shouting, screaming, we're talking, innit? But it's not really getting anywhere kind of thing. She's had enough, whatever, like. You get me? So, cool. Ended up leaving her probably about 6 o'clock. 6 something maybe. Driving back to my house now. Bearing in mind, I never really used to keep any Class A in my house, any coke, yeah. So driving back now, got to outside my house, parked up. If you know, well, yeah, we're not gonna get into that, but yeah, parked up. And then so where I was, where I parked now, outside my block, like straight ahead, I see a riot van, like a police riot van, the big ones that look like ice cream vans, the big silver twin. I've seen that now. So I'm thinking, shit, I've got weed in the car and I've got coke in the car. I'm thinking, Ross, I need to get myself upstairs quickly. Next video, part 2. Yo, so yeah, part 2. So yeah, I'm thinking, I've seen the big riot van opposite me when I've parked, like straight along the other end of my block. So yeah, I'm thinking I've got to get up into my house quick because I don't want them to stop me in my car with all this shit in my car, you get me, all these drugs in my car and paraphernalia. So I'm moving quick to get to my house now, moving quick, gone in the block, gone upstairs. Bruv, have I not come out the lift onto my landing? There's 2 officers standing outside my house. So I'm like, oh shit, I kind of froze. They're like, there he is, kind of thing, you get me? So I'm like, shit. So yeah, so I've missed the whole point of when they kicked off the door. I've missed that whole being asleep in bed, police, bam, run in the yard, run in the room. I know everything's everywhere, and you get me. So I've missed all of that. Come in the house now. They've got my mum, my sister, and my dad on the sofa. I don't think they was in cuffs, but they had them all on the sofa. And that my sister's young. These times probably 11, 12. I'm just feeling like shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially where I weren't even there. Like I don't know how long they'd had them there. Couldn't have been more than half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. But yeah, so now I've come in straight away and I just said to them, whatever you find is mine, innit? Whatever, man. Whatever you find is mine, innit? They knew where my room was. They knew what they was coming for. You know what I'm saying? We'll get onto that in a minute. So yeah, so now my dad's just shouting at me saying, don't say nothing, keep your mouth closed, you get me? In his Jamaican accent, the Yardie accent, you get me? Just saying, yeah, don't talk to them and whatnot. So cool. They've taken me now. They've got me outside, whatever. They're searching the room. They're saying to me, oh, what's yours? I'm saying, boy, whatever you found in it, because I don't know what they found at this point, you get me? But I know I got things in my room. So yeah, so then they've held me outside. They've found, I had about 7 different types of weed in my room in one box. I had about 7 different types of weed. I had, yeah, just a lot of weed, man. And scales, bags, everything. Text messages on the phone. They took my phones, 2 phones with messages and this and that. So I was banged to rights. They found my car key, went downstairs clicking around to find out what car it was. Went in the car, found a bit of coke, more weed. And yeah, they done me for intent to supply, Class C, I think it was at the time, and possession of Class A. Yeah, so then they arrested me, and part 3. So yeah, quickly, I just wanted to say, just imagine, look how crazy that was. If I didn't leave my house at 5 in the morning, I probably missed them by about half an hour, 45 minutes. I left my house to go and drop my girl home, come back and Feds was in my yard, you get me? So imagine I'd either done that earlier, I would have come back and been there, or imagine we didn't go. They would have kicked off my house and I would have been there with my girl. It would have been a whole different situation, you get me? Or, you know, she wasn't really my girl at that point. So yeah, so now they've arrested me, gone station and whatnot. I'm sweating these times, you get me? I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going jail, 100%, definitely I'm going jail, bro. Like, I'm banged to rights, they got my phones, I know my phones are dirty, I got messages on there. I was moving scatty at that point, man. I had messages on my phone that, from girls saying my real name and shit, and it was just like, yeah, like old messages on the same SIM card, so I couldn't even say it wasn't mine. I had messages from my plug, messages from shots, just BlackBerry Messenger transcript, like it was crazy, man. So yeah, but yeah, so then I remember the police, they took me into one room and they was like, so we know what you're doing, somebody's told on you, you know what I mean, somebody's given us information on you, blah blah blah, obviously the way we've come to your house and whatnot, like, because I weren't really scatty like that, you know what I mean, when I was doing that I weren't scatty, so I shouldn't have been caught like that, you know what I mean? So they was like to me, is there any other drug dealers in your area that you think it could have been, that you want to give us a bit of information out to take out another drug dealer? I was like, bruv, you're like, alright, like, is that what you don't call me there for? Move, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, they actually do this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was just a little funny one, that bit there still. So yeah, man, just know what you're really doing, kind of thing. Like, I can talk a lot more on this still, and I probably will at a later date, but just know what you're doing, man, because it's not nice, bro, when they're licking off your door and mumsies, you know what I mean, sisters and this and that, and they can do what they want, really. Look, I wasn't even there. They could have planted something and said it was mine and this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? Just have to think about the people that it impacts around you and shit. Like, I had to fix my door. After that, I had to fix my door. They kicked off my mum's door. I had to help my dad fix it, you get me? Or buy a brand new door, but it was a fire door, so it was like, wait, but we fixed it, innit? So, but yeah, man, that's just a little story on when my yard got kicked off. I ended up going court, and then they gave me community service, like 300 hours community service, £1,000 fine, and something else. But yeah, luckily I skipped jail, boy. Luck. Yes, my people, sorry about this one. This one's a bit long, innit? Part 4 and that. But I just wanted to elaborate a little bit on why I didn't go jail. I didn't really, it was coming to the end of that video. So basically, before that, this was 2012. Before that, I'd only been arrested for weed, innit? Like I said, I was quite, good at not really, getting caught for shit. So I'd only been arrested for a little bit of weed before that. And remember, I'd had a job before. I was working, innit? I was working in the hospital for a couple of years. So I had good character references from work. I got a reference from work. I got a reference from the owner of the youth club in the area, who is like a ex-boxer and shit, and MBE I think he's got and shit, you get me? So he was quite a good person to have a reference from, and someone else who was like a youth worker. I had quite a few good character references and, you know, background, and, you know, I hadn't really been in trouble too much, and I was like telling them I'm working, and I was just about to have my kids, or two, so quite a lot of things worked in my favour, to where they said, all right, cool, sending you jail is not going to really help anything, you know. It was mainly weed that they found, only a bit of coke. So yeah, they basically settled with, you're going to do community service and pay us a hefty fine. I think that was all it was. I swear, yeah, I think it was just a fine and the community service. And probation. Yeah, but yeah, probation, community service, and a fine. Quite a big fine. And that was it. I don't think they banned me from anything. I don't think so. But my case note was crazy. But it was like 33 pages, but it was naughty. But yeah, and also that them saying, when they pulled me aside, saying, yeah, someone basically snitched on me. Like, there was little rumors around the time, like, of a brother in the area who was kind of like, you know what I mean, a bit fishy. Like, everyone wasn't too sure about him, and even my dad said to me, like, you sure it's not my man, this, that, and the other, like, you know. But yeah, I guess we'll never know, bro. I guess we'll never know. But yeah, no, I just wanted to explain that, you get me, because I didn't really say, well, how much I've been caught with. It was like a Z in bags, you get me? And peas, they found peas and whatnot, so it was like, but it weren't mad peas, it was like re-upper, man. Good thing I didn't keep that much in my yard, so yeah, I kind of got a slap on the wrist. But yeah, after that I kind of just said, yo, be easy, you know what I'm saying, and kind of patterned up.